if you've ever sold a phone for less than it was worth, it's because you didn't have access to this list. Guys, these buyers pay top dollars, and I'm about to show you exactly why it matters. Now, if you guys don't know, my name is Brandon Jones. I've been phone flipping for over a decade, and I'm going to break down to you guys exactly how used phones can actually put you in a perfect situation to not only profit, but start reselling the phones in a fast and efficient manner. Now, if you guys don't also know, this is a channel where we are dedicated to breaking down how you can make money work for you, how you can grow, and most importantly, how you can be able to build. All right. Now, if you are somebody that is struggling with phone flipping and you're looking to grow and you're looking to build and you're looking for a community, you guys have found the right place. Now, what I will say is I really am focused on helping you guys, so I want to break down something really quick. You guys can go and follow me right now on Instagram at Hustlertaughtme. But in every one of my social links, you can look at these bios and you can hit this bio. And guess what I have here for you guys? I have a bunch of different tools, like free tools that you guys can utilize, a bunch of free tools, okay? A bunch. And also a bunch of different assets that can point you in the right direction. Now, what we're going to be talking about is the price list. But before we do that, guys, join the free Hustler reselling community. All you got to do is fill in this information so I know exactly who you are. And then you're in there like swimwear. And guys, this community is where I take it into personal use to make sure you guys can connect with me. And I mean, I go live on here. I make sure that I give you guys access to guides and access to a bunch of different things that I utilize on a daily basis to help me succeed. This is not only for networking purposes, but it's also for educational purposes. This is a free-flowing community where I am dedicated to making sure I give you guys the things that I don't get a chance to say on YouTube, okay? So first, I want to talk about the problem. All right. Now, there is a bunch of issues when it comes to phone flipping that I think a lot of people are dealing with currently. And if you really think about it, when you are going into phone flipping, most people flip phones to local buyers or random eBay sellers, okay? So they're literally just trying to flip phones to people that are on OfferUp or flip phones to people on eBay. And some people flip the phones literally just to people they see on the street randomly. They'll go to pawn shops. They'll do all of these things. But see, here's where they get hit with lowball offers, returns and complaints, fees, and shipping stress. So all of these things are problems I actually had to face at one point in my life. Now, when it comes to the verified buyers that are on this price list we're going to talk about, these are buyers that literally are all over the world, okay? Now, if you're wondering how I got them, it's because I was able to find one wholesale buyer off of Craigslist a long time ago, okay? Back when people were on Craigslist promoting. And I found this buyer. He was cheating me. He was not trying to give me the right amount of money because I was selling him a bunch of phones. So what ends up happening with a whole bunch of buyers is if you're selling to one buyer, they start to realize, oh, I'm the only buyer he got. So let me go ahead and tell him this price is crappy and give him the least amount I can for me to make the most amount of money. And that's what he did. I got tired of that, so I started seeking out other buyers. I started traveling and also meeting people that buy phones in different countries. I went to Trinidad as recently, and I was able to actually meet with somebody that is starting a phone store or a chain of phone lines down there, and he is looking for used phones, and he is going to be a wholesale buyer on the prices very, very soon. All right, so let's talk about how the verified buyers work. These are wholesale bulk buyers, and overseas exporters, I'll say. How about that? So overseas exporters, that's the new term I'm going to make, right? Like, they don't do any back and forth haggling. They give you one set price, okay? And see, with these buyers, they have a market value. And the market value is important, okay? Because when it comes to the market value, you'll start to realize that they're paying based upon what the device is worth rather than their feeling. So Let's break that down, right? So you can sell phones to two type of people, right? A consumer or a phone buyer. Now, a consumer is going to be somebody that's buying a phone based upon what they feel, right? Like, oh, well, you know, I really need this phone for my daughter for next year for school. So I'll pay the $350 for the iPhone 13. Now, that is definitely an impulse buy, and it's a buy that isn't worth it, right? Because she can get an iPhone 14 for the same amount, but she doesn't know that because she is basing it off of what she needs. She doesn't want a newer device or anything that the young lady could probably break, so she'll settle for an iPhone 13, which is still a good device, but again, it's buying off of emotion. Now, a wholesale buyer won't do that. He won't buy off of, oh, well, I need this phone. Now, some of them will buy off of urgency based upon what customers need or want, but they're not going to just splurge, right? They have a bunch of money, but they spend their money wisely. And again, that is important to note because consumers, now here's a rule. This is the law. Consumers will pay you more slower. Wholesale buyers will pay you less faster. They will pay you less faster, okay? That is the rule, all right? Now, when it comes to wholesale buyers, guys, you got to realize that they are going to pay you exactly what they say. Like, you're not going to go and get a bunch of people that's going to pay a different price. Let me explain, okay? So, number one, you can get the wholesale buyers price list right here. Go to Hustlertaughtme.com, go to buy phone flipping price list. So go to buyers price list, go to buyer phone flipping price list, and then we break it all down here, what's inside and everything. Okay, now it's on sale currently. It was $90. It's not $90 right now, but again, guys, this is a price list you can get for $85. Now, it comes with 25 in-country and 25 international buyers, instant offers and market price on all phones, weekly price list updates, exclusive access to phone flipping community, and buyers compete for your top deals. Now, when I say they compete for your top deals, let me explain. I'm going to take you guys directly into the buyer's prices. We're talking about used phones in this video, so we're going to stick to used phones. All right, so I'm going to just randomly pick a phone, okay? We're going to pick the iPhone 15 Pro, unlocked 256, okay? Randomly picked it. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see on your screen, okay? So the way it works is most people only give us B grade, okay? So A plus grade is going to be a phone that is in the box, right? It has the box with it, but it is a perfect condition device, okay? These phones don't have much scratches or any dents, of course. These are grade A plus, all right? Now, what really makes it A plus is the fact that it has a box. Now, B plus grade is going to be a device that is in pristine condition but does not have a box. So that is going to be a device that may be really perfect but doesn't have any box with it. Now, B grade is going to be a phone that has some scratches, right? Nothing crazy, no cracks, just scratches, okay? Now, this is going to be usually what people are selling, right? So if we go back to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, look at this market value. It's $370. That's what it says on the list, right? Now, how do we get that price from 50 buyers? So what we did was we go every single week and have a meeting. It's on Sundays. Just to let y'all know, it's on Sundays. And we are breaking down how much each buyer is actually paying for each device. So for the iPhone 15 Pro Unlock, we may have a buyer that says, "Yo, bro, I'm doing $350." Okay, then you have another buyer that may be like, I'm doing $360. Like, it's always close, right? And then what we do is we average it out to whatever price, right? And then when we average it out to, I'm sorry, not whatever price, how many people are giving us prices, then we come up with the market value. And then basically we tell them is, so you guys are agreeing that 370 is going to be the price point that we will be buying, or you will be buying these phones for. Now, what happens is they'll agree. So that means that they won't pay you less than any of the prices on this list. So they won't go under 370, but they can go higher. Now, let me explain what I mean by they can go higher, because you might be like, well, what do you mean by they can go higher? So this is what happens. So right here, you see it's a uniform button right here, okay? This uniform button, or buttons, excuse me, gives you exactly what is on the price list. So you got information, new phones, used phones, Samsungs, iCloud, lock, blacklisted, iPads, Apple accessories, Apple Watches, and MacBooks, okay? So here's the thing. This information tab actually gives you the information on how to sell the phones, how to send the information to all buyers. It is a uniform email that you will be sending information to. So you'll be sending information to blah, 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 blah at gmail.com. Now, this email is going to, when you put the IMEI, phone condition, and also any other notes or pictures that you want to include, it goes directly to all buyers. Now, when these buyers get this email, they then will shoot back offers. Now, they will shoot back offers. We will organize the offers and give you the highest offer that they make. Now, some of them are going to say 380. Some may say 390. Remember, we average out the pricing. So here's the beautiful thing about it, is that sometimes the person that said to us on Sunday when we had that meeting about pricing, they probably said, hey, we bought an iPhone 15 Pro for 580, or not 580, that's a lie, like 380, right? So they'll go ahead and say, I'll buy it for 380. But then you might have somebody that's like, well, I need this phone, or it's slow, so I'm going to go ahead and say 385. So we have them bidding against each other to make sure that we're maximizing the amount of buyers that are going to actually pay you a higher price. Now, this typically takes anywhere between 24 to 48 hours because of different time zones, okay? But this works, okay? Now, let's just hypothetically say you're like, well, what if I don't want to sell to the buyers? Well, if you don't want to sell to the buyers, you could use this price list literally on a consistent basis to see what phones are worth, so you don't out or overbid yourself. So, prime example, if I see that 370 is the market value for an iPhone 15 Pro, right? I can go right now to offer up. And if I see an iPhone 15 Pro, so iPhone 15 Pro, I know not to go over that amount, right? So here's an iPhone 15 Pro unlocked, right? Now I know this person's selling for 600, but I already know from the price list that's too high. 370 is the market value. So what I would do is I go, okay, 370. All right, cool. I want to make $40 profit. 330. Okay, I'm gonna go and say I can do 300. Does it have a box? Why are we asking does it have a box? Because then we can try and get it to A grade, A plus grade, I mean. Okay, so that's how it works, all right? And that's how it benefits you, for you to be able to make better offers and also be able to get people to work with you more. Now, again, guys, this price list is really, really simple and easy. You have a bunch of different things that you can buy with it, and it honestly gives you more power as a phone flipper. All right, guys. So again, you guys can get this list right here at Hustlertaughtme.com. You go over to buyer's price list, and you can go to the buyer's phone flipping price list right here, and you can start flipping immediately and making money work for you, and it's not working for the money. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and understand that used phones can actually make you a bunch of money, and also new phones too. And if you guys haven't, man, make sure you guys subscribe, and of course follow me on all social media platforms at Hustlertaughtme, okay, all one word. And of course, join that community, man. I want to tap in with y'all, man. Join the community. Join the community. All you gotta do, go to my Instagram, Hustlertaughtme, or you can go to Educated Hustler, whichever one you choose, right? And then hit the link in the bio. That's it. And then it takes you to this link. Now, this link tree, this beacon, excuse me, not link tree. This is going to give you a bunch of free things, right? But hit this free Hustlers Reseller community right here, and I guarantee you guys won't be disappointed. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.